This is my journey to making my version of the perfect croissant. After spending a month in Paris eating our way through the city to learning how to make croissants from scratch in pastry school, I'm on a mission to make what I think is the perfect croissant. It needs to be tall, crisp, have a flaky exterior, and needs to shatter when I bite into it. The center needs to be light and airy with a beautiful honeycomb structure, and of course, it needs to be delicious. I went on the hunt for European style butter and I'm rolling it out into a sheet. The butter was a little crumbly straight from the fridge, so it was a little challenging to roll out, but I got there eventually. Next is the yeasted dough that encases the butter. I'm using a mix of all purpose and bread flour, sugar, salt, milk powder, water, and instant yeast, and that goes into the bowl of a stand mixer. I think I was supposed to add the liquids in first, but it all turned out okay. I let that go for about 5 to 7 minutes to get the gluten structure going, added in the butter, and then to make sure that the dough was ready, I did the window pane test. This is going to rest on the counter for about 30 minutes before it gets degassed and then flattened into a rectangle. Then it's going into the fridge for another 30 minutes to chill. Rolling out the dough, I want it to be double the size of the butter sheet. The first fold I'm doing is a wallet fold, and for this, the length needs to be 4 times the length of the width. Then folding up one end 1/3 of the way, and then the other end 2/3 of the way, and then folding everything in half. Again, this needs to chill before I start the next fold, which is called a single fold. And then again, chilling the dough before trimming the edges, and then finally cutting them into triangles. These get rolled into cutie little croissants, and then this is when it got a little tricky for me. It was time to let it proof and double in size, but unlike other yeasted doughs, I couldn't let it proof in the oven with the proofing setting. So after about 2 hours, I did the jiggle test, and I think it had jiggled enough, so I gave it a light egg wash, and then it was time for the oven. I was actually shocked when it came out. It turned out way better than I expected, and they actually look like croissants. But when I cut into it, it kind of collapsed, and the honeycomb structure wasn't exactly there. Of course, I had to reach out to my pastry chef from school, and he said it was underproofed and there was some butter leakage, so I'm doing lots more research, and I have lots of notes to take into round 2. So if any of you have experience with making croissants at home, please share your tips and tricks.